great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Show. I'm your host, Jim Hacking. I'm in an airport. I was literally the first person to the airport today. I am in St. George, Utah. So I'm down in the corner, the southwest corner of Utah, and I'm flying to San Diego to see my boys. Today's the last day of Ramadan. Can you believe it? Didn't that go by quickly? And it's the end of the month. I'll be seeing two of my sons in San Diego, and we'll be celebrating Eid tomorrow. How is everybody? Utah has been beautiful. Utah has been very nice. I have to say, it's very, very nice here. I got to go up to Zion National Park, look around, look at all of our friends are here. A lot of old timers are here, like Pineapple Lemon, JD, Rocio, Kwaku, all of our friends. I say hello to each and every one of you. It's been a minute since we had a show. Hopefully we'll be back on track. I've been traveling. I will be doing a show tomorrow from the airport in San Diego, because then I have to go to San Francisco for an interview on Monday morning. Big ups to all the Yardies. Happy Saturday. Let's go ahead and get started. I will put the link in the comments so that you can ask me a question. This is episode 798 of the Immigration Answer Show. We have two left before we hit 800, and today is, I think it's March 27th or something. Oh no, March 29th. Haha, shows what I know. Let's go ahead and get started and talk to RT. Hello. It's literally echoing here in the empty airport. RT, are you there? You're on mute. RT's out of here. All right. This is your best chance to get on in a long time. Let's go to Kirk. Hello, Kirk.
Hello, good morning, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much. We have a lot of people here.
You're breaking up. I can't really hear you. Is it me or is it him? Let me see. My signal looks pretty good. I'm having a hard time.
Sorry. Beg your pardon.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for helping us. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I came as a student here in 2022. And after 6 months, I completed 2 semesters. Then I applied for the U visa, so I didn't went to school for 4 months, so they terminated the visa. I mean the status, I guess. Then I applied for the U visa, and I got U visa receipt number and U visa work permit receipt number. And later in 2024 November 21, I got a biometrics appointment received letter from USCIS by the mail. So I went and I gave my biometrics for my U visa. And what are the next steps I have to take, because if I want to visit abroad, it's very difficult in this situation.
No, you're not. If you want to stay in the United States, you're not visiting abroad. You're barely here. They don't like it when you come on a student visa. Why didn't you keep going to school?
Yeah, I was because I was taking rest for 6 months, so they terminated my visa. I have a U visa already along with it.
No, I understand that. You're saying rest because of the crime, or what? What did you need rest for?
For the hospital, I was joined a hospital.
Because of what happened? Because of the crime?
Yeah, for the anxiety attack. So I just went to hospital.
Did you have a lawyer file your U visa case?
No, not yet. Now I by myself. I did by myself. Now I want to hire a lawyer. This is a.
So, when you file a U visa, you have to get certification from the prosecutor or the police that you helped in the prosecution of a crime. Did you do that?
I mean, I have a police report, but prosecution, I'm not sure. I have a police report. Along with it, I have submitted everything.
That's nothing. That you're barely here, my brother. And again, you skipped over the issue that I raised first, which is how long did you stay in school?
For 6 months, like a 2 semesters.
6 months is one semester, isn't it?
No, two. I mean, it varies from university to university. So,
And how did you drop out of school before the crime or after the crime?
mm, after.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if you're asking if we can help you with it, yes, we could. I'd want to take a look at everything, but you've barely filed the most minimum of case. You've got a whole lot of work left to do.
Yes, sir, I'm just. I mean, I want to know the path. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's why you are
So
the
you have
right
to wait.
person to
You have
help.
to wait for the U visa to get approved, and then you have to wait for a U visa to become available. There's a cap, a limit on the number of U visas that are available every year. So this is going to be a long, drawn-out process, and you're not leaving the United States for a really long time.
Okay, but I have a U visa pending and U visa work permit pending, and I completed my biometrics, so I am
That
eligible
has
to
to do with
stay here,
anything I
right?
just said. Yeah, yeah, you are. Yeah,
Okay, but I mean, eventually I need to path to getting a work permit and a green card and everything.
yeah, you're a long way from that.
Oh,
Good luck, Kirk. Thanks for the call. All right, let's go to Mr. Tusk. Hello.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks so much. I'm not gonna waste your time. So my case, I applied for adjustment status. I got the green card. Then I got abused by my spouse. I had all the documents, police documents, court documents. I presented that, and I applied for work conditions, and I got it within 21 months. And when that was going on, they told me that they're going to reuse my biometrics, and I got the 10 years green card, which is in January. And I applied. Then I applied for citizenship in March. I got the receipt letter like in a week, no, in 2 weeks. And next thing, in 5 days, I got a letter saying, I got a notification saying I have been scheduled for an interview.
Okay.
Citizenship. Is that like, I know I don't have any criminal history. I have a criminal record. I just live by myself. I just mind my business. So I don't have any issue or history or bad history or conviction I know of. Is that normal that it goes so fast?
Let's talk about your visit visa. You came on a visit visa,
Yes.
and when you obtained your visit visa, were you married?
Was I married up to my visit? Yes. I came with initially I came with my family, but I lost my job back home. My spouse, I came in and said she wasn't doing so. I got divorced here.
And you're from Nigeria?
Yeah.
So you and your spouse came to the United States together.
Yes.
And did you have kids or just the two of you?
I had kids. I told USS I have kids, and I pay child support.
What happened to your spouse? Did she also get married to a U.S. citizen?
I don't think so.
Okay. And how soon after you arrived in the United States did you file for divorce?
I think that was like 6 months.
So while you were in status or while you were out of status?
I think I was out of status. It was already going rocky hill already, so it was already headed towards divorce.
Okay. And then after you got divorced, how quickly did you marry a U.S. citizen?
Like a year and a couple of months.
And they filed the I-130 and you filed the 45.
Everything.
Did you have an interview on the I-130?
Everything, yes. 485, I-130. I went for my interview with my spouse. I got approved same day.
Okay. And then how long after you got your 2-year green card did you file for divorce?
3 years and 1 month. Oh, divorce. I'm sorry. Divorce.
Mm-hmm.
After that's my divorce to my spouse, my American citizen. That was I filed for divorce. I got divorced in like 6 months. Finalized everything.
So wait a minute. So after your interview, you get approved on the spot and you get a 2-year green card, right?
Yes.
What was the roughly month and year that your 2-year green card started?
It started on February 2022, the 16th.
February 2022.
Mhm.
Of what year? 2016?
2022. Sorry, 2022, sorry. Yeah.
Which one?
2022.
Okay.
February
You,
16th, 2022.
you get a 2-year green card in February of 2022. And then who moved out, you or your American spouse?
Of the abuse, because the police was called. In fact, she called the police, but she got arrested. So
Okay.
I couldn't stay there. The police had to take all my things.
Hold on. So when did so after you got the 2-year green card, how long after that did the police come?
The abuse happened the same day. In fact, the abuse happened the day the queen died, September the 8th. She called the police the same day.
The same day that the green card arrived, is that what you said?
So when I got the green card, February 2022, sorry, February 16, 2022,
Yep.
and the abuse happened in September, so 6 months after.
Okay. And then she got arrested, and then you stopped living together at that point.
Yeah, I had to leave because the police said I shouldn't stay there, and she already trashed out all my things, and I had to run for my life because I got bruised. I had to go to the hospital. I had a bump head. Like I said, the police came. She got arrested the same day. I had court documents and all that.
Okay. Did she get prosecuted?
So they took her to court. She got arrested. They called me twice to file charges. I said, I give all of you the video evidence and everything, and because I once loved her, I'm not going to prosecute her further. I just wanted my peace because I was afraid of her sons. Her son might come after me. I didn't want all that trouble. I prefer to have my peace and stay alone on my own. I've been alone ever since then till today.
Okay. And okay, so when is your interview? It's in next month?
The letter. I got a notification saying the letter is coming.
Okay.
So
yes, I would say that's very fast. I don't know, how long have you watched this show? I think you've been around for a while, right?
Since you had blue screen, since 20. That's how.
So you've heard lots of people call the call from Nigeria with roughly a similar story. Yours is a little bit different, but
I know everything you're saying. I've been watching you for long. I know what you say.
Yeah. So USCIS is going to be suspicious, and the reason you got scheduled so quickly is because they want to come after you. So just to be clear, you applied on the 3-year rule under the okay.
Abuse.
So you're gonna have to prove up the marriage. You're gonna have to prove up the abuse. You're gonna have to prove up everything.
I did when I filed for citizenship. I sent the abuse evidence. In fact, when I filed for 751, you said, I submitted. It's not over 10 over 10, 20 over 10. Like I had bulk of documents.
Okay.
And I think that's why my 751 thing, there was no, the RFA they asked me for was just for proof of marriage and my copy of my green card.
And they approved it.
Yeah, I approved everything. Then when I filed for citizenship, I still resent the proof of the abuse.
Got it.
And I sent my 3 years tax return, tax transcripts. I sent evidence of my proof of work that I work and I have this is how much I earn. I sent my 3 years of residency. I actually have a house. I live alone. My kids, evidence of my kids' child support and all that.
I think you're in good shape.
Thank you.
Let us know, okay?
But trust me, when I tell you, please add me to that list when the time comes. So one more thing, please. Sure. Can you give me like a prep on what to expect for citizenship? One thing I do very good is I research deep. So
well, I would say you did a very good job of advocating for yourself here on this call, because I'm suspicious of stuff like this, and they're going to be suspicious of stuff like this. I would spend a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it's better that you don't know what your ex-wife from Nigeria is doing. I think that's probably better. But they think that you guys are still married, right? That you understand that, right? They think that. In
fact, right now, I have a fiance, and we plan to get married in 6 months.
Okay, where's your fiance?
The what?
Where is your fiance?
She's here. She's in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, she's an American, and she's a naturalized American. But I'm not dependent on her on anything. She lived here for 20 years. We met here, and we got talking, and all that. So I am not even ever thinking of going back to my ex.
Okay.
Never.
Well, I would play that up.
Yeah, I have all that evidence too. Yeah.
And your fiance is from Nigeria originally, or no?
From Nigeria. I met her here.
You got to prove that.
I can prove that because I'd never known her at all.
All right, brother. Good luck. Let us know.
I will. Thank you.
Bye, Mr. Tusk. See ya. All right. That was a good call. Hi, Hina. Hina's here. Hey, everybody. Let's talk to Leo. Hello, Leo. Leo, you're on mute.
Oh, hey, Jim. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Doing good. Just got a question about filing the N400. I've been a green card holder since 2012. I got it through marriage to an American citizen. We're now divorced. When I was a juvenile, I lived in the States, and I got in trouble. I got adjudicated as a juvenile, but I did all that. I submitted all that paperwork when I applied for the green card. This past month, or I'm sorry, about 2 months ago, I went on a trip to Colombia, and I went to the secondary because immigration saw my adjudication when I was a juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with the current administration, would that be an issue when I filed for the N400?
Well, my brother, you haven't told us what the crime was.
Possession of a firearm.
And what was the disposition of that case?
Well, I pulled up my FBI report, and all it says is adjudicated, and it just shows up on my adult record. I got convicted as a juvenile.
So, right, but do you know on your own what happened to the case? Like, did you plead guilty? Did you get probation? What happened?
I pleaded guilty, and I got probation.
Okay, and you don't have any of that paperwork?
I do. I got all that paperwork. I included it when I submitted my green card stuff.
Okay. So this is about the most complicated area of law that there is, comparing a state criminal charge to a federal immigration scheme. We'd have to figure out, is it safe for Leo to file? It's not something I could tell you on this call. I mean, number one, it's a juvenile thing, and number two, is it a misdemeanor? Is it a felony? It's probably a misdemeanor. So, we'd have to research it and say, I couldn't tell you because there's 50 states and each state writes their statute a little differently, and you have to compare it to the federal definitions of, gun crimes and then figure out if that's something that's going to keep you from getting your citizenship. It was a really long time ago, but the fact that you came through customs, got secondary inspection, and were allowed in, that's a good sign. But I can't tell you for sure as we sit here that it's safe to apply.
Okay. I consulted a lawyer, and she says they just look at everything from the previous 5 years.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
That's flat out wrong.
Okay.
Yep. You have to have somebody, you probably have to pay a little money to have someone compare and research whether or not it is safe for you to apply, whether it's a deportable offense. It doesn't sound like it is, but I wouldn't put my head in the mouth of the lion unless I was 100% sure.
I was able to get the green card without an issue then.
Yeah. Who was president then?
I think it was Obama. Obama.
Yeah. It's a new sheriff in town, my brother.
So you think the best thing is to kind of wait things out?
Maybe.
Okay.
Good luck, Leo. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate all you do.
You got it. Look at Hina putting in posts and everything. It's a Saturday, Hina. Take the day off. Jesus, you don't have to work that hard. But I appreciate it. Big ups to Donna and all the yardies. Everyone's happy Donna's here. It is way too early for Nurse Laura. I guess it's 6:41 for her. She's probably not working today. Blessed love to all the yardies. Naturalization, hello.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. I just got a quick question for you. So I saw one of your videos a couple days ago, and you mentioned that if you were put into secondary inspection by CBP when you're coming back through the border, you gotta disclose that into your naturalization.
I would call that a detention, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I lost my green card for a while, and I was traveling back and forth um, a couple times, and I obviously got detained by secondary by CBP. Nothing's on my file. I got no crimes or whatever. So I wonder, should I disclose all those instances that I was stopped by CBP?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do you a favor right now. Okay, let's do this for everybody. Detained. The question is, have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained? Detained means to hold or to keep in, or as if in custody, to restrain, especially from proceeding, to keep back. So I take the position that if you get pulled into secondary inspection, it's a detention, and you have to answer yes. It's not a big deal. They already know about it, and the reason that you want to disclose it is because they already know about it. So why wouldn't you disclose it?
All right. Yeah. No. My question is, how do I proceed with that? Like, should I just put the where does it say like, oh, at the end,
Yeah, just
disclose all this information, whatever, and
it's just what you
just
said.
put
It's just what
my
you said. I lost my green card. I came through customs. They pulled me in secondary inspection, and they let me back in. That's it.
with the dates of when it happened and where it happened.
I would say less is more, but yeah, I would just say something like in 2020, I was coming back from Jamaica and I had lost my green card and they pulled me into secondary inspection and then they figured out who I was and they let me in and then zip it. And that's how it
All right.
answered. That's how it answered at the interview too. Less is more.
All right. What happens multiple times throughout the year? So
Then they're going to say you're an idiot. You should have gotten your green card, but it's all fine. None of this is going to impact your ability to get your citizenship.
all right, that was my huge question. If that
You're
will
good.
cause a problem and issue.
You're good.
Okay, perfect.
Just to
Thank you so
close it.
much.
Good luck, buddy. Let us know how it goes, okay?
Yeah, definitely will let you know. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, you guys know we're on a mission to help 10,000 people get their citizenship by 2030. So when you get your citizenship, you got to let us know if you're willing so we can add you to our list of people that we helped. Alex is here. Hello, Alex. You're on mute. Alex, go ahead. Alex is out of here. There's space opening in the waiting room because people aren't ready. Bob, hello. I'm going to go to Bob, then MJ, then Ahmed.
Hello, Jim. I'm a
Great.
U.S. citizen. I'm married to a Filipina. I met her here in the U.S. We got married over a year ago, and so she was here on a J1, and so she's back in the Philippines, fulfilling her home residency.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be going there to the Philippines this summer. In a video you posted, I believe, last week, you said even if you're a U.S. citizen, uh, you said you wouldn't take your phone with you. And why is that?
Well, because they can, I mean, for something like this, it's fine. You don't need to be worried about it. But I mean, I carry a bunch of confidential information about my clients and things on my phone. So I don't want CBP looking through my phone. They can look through your phone. They can ask to see your phone. You don't have to give it to them if you're a U.S. citizen, but it's pretty dicey and you're going to be nervous and they're going to want to see it. So, on a situation like this, I wouldn't be that worried about it. I don't think they're going to be too concerned with you, but I'm just being extra careful right now.
Okay.
I think they're nuts.
I guess just for myself and other people, if we have any like memes about Trump or anything, would you say take that off of your social media or?
Not for a U.S. citizen. No, fuck them.
Okay. And is there evidence that in the Manila or all the embassies that they're slowing things down already for?
Oh, brother. I thought you were going to ask me when you said Filipina, I was going to say, oh man, I hope she's here because there's the only embassy that's slower than Manila is Juarez. The only, I think. So it's just going to be a long haul, but she's got to do her 2 years anyway. So you're not
right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck, Bob. Have a safe trip. Yep.
Thank you.
See ya. I had no idea if we were going to get anybody watching at 7:40, 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday, but we have 300 people watching. That's crazy. MJ, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Just barely. If you could talk a little bit louder, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm naturally soft-spoken. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you great. You're doing great. Thank you. You're good.
Thank you. I'll try my best to explain. I have two sons. One is a U.S. citizen. He's 21 years old. and the other is Jamaican. He's 15. I came to the States on a J1 visa in 2015, and now I'm on the H1. Um, I applied for the I-130 and the I-4485 in July of 2024.
Through
But
your older son?
then,
Through your older son?
yes,
Hmm.
but then I figured out that my my youngest son wouldn't be covered, wouldn't um, have a petition with me. But all of that wasn't made clear in the initial process. So, with a lot of anguish and tears, I decided to withdraw my I-485 from my oldest son and go with my employer because I'm a teacher. And the I got a notice yesterday from USCIS that um, they've withdrawn the case, but I have 33 days to go home. It said that I'm no longer authorized to remain in the United States, even though I have my H1, um, and it doesn't expire until August of this year. The notice said that I'm not authorized to stay in the United States. It did acknowledge that I was legal when I had applied for the 485, but at this point, um, it has expired and I need to be out of the country in 33 days.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that was an error or if they had just canceled my H1 a few months early. Um,
No, no. I mean, I think it's a mistake. I think they're just using that. That's a new template that they have of telling people to get out. They've been using it for about 6 months. So you're on an H-1B visa, just to be clear.
yes, sir.
And what's your job?
I'm a teacher,
Okay.
classroom teacher.
And are you at the beginning of your H-1B or at the end of your H-1B? Like, is
I'm
it
on my fifth I'm on my fifth year, so they were about to renew for August as well as apply for my green card.
okay? I would say to get that done sooner rather than later. You got it. So they haven't started anything, the perm process or anything.
I think they're considering. They said they haven't actually done that part yet, but they're about to renew for the
So,
H1
so here's what I would say. Most school, is it a public school or a private school?
public.
Okay. I would say most public schools get immigration stuff like this wrong a lot.
Okay.
A lot. So do you know if the school district has an immigration attorney?
Yes, they do. But when I called her, she said she has a lot of clients, and you know, it just sounded as if I was at the bottom of a pile.
I think you probably are. I think you probably are. How old is your younger son?
He's 15. And I did think that I would get him the F1, but in this area, I don't have any schools who are willing to do that process. I would have to move entirely, and then that would take me out of my employment.
Yeah, but you had a golden ticket with
With my
your other son. You had
yes,
a much better. I wish we had talked before you withdrew the I-130 and the 45.
yeah. So now I'm wondering if I should refile for the the 485 with my oldest.
Okay, so if you had come to me at the very beginning,
Hmm.
the first thing I would have done is found an F1 school for your younger son because that's the most immediate problem.
Right.
And now his mother has demonstrated immigrant intent of wanting to stay in the United States and get lawful permanent resident status. That's inconsistent with
The F1.
right. So right now he's on an H4.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would have tried to get him in school. And so you're both still in valid status. I think I might try just to get him an F1 change of status from H4 to an F1. You're going to have to move. And then once that's approved, then, keep doing everything with your employer. I mean, we should not be talking about this on a call like this. This is pretty high level stuff. So like, you need a lawyer who's looking out for you, not for the school district, because people, it's not often, but people have called the show before and said, man, my school district, I think there was just someone just like a month ago, my school district really messed up my paperwork and now I'm screwed, right? So that's what I don't want to happen to you.
Right.
So I would say we got to focus on the younger son, getting him in an F1, and then getting you a green card, and then you apply for him to get a green card.
Okay. So my best bet is to reapply for to petition again for the 485.
I'm thinking generally, yes, but like we got to figure out the son's case first.
Yeah. But then it says I have 33 days to leave.
Yeah, that's true. But you have your H1's valid, so you're fine.
Okay.
You should be
So
fine.
even though it said that, I still have the time.
Yeah,
That's
the one thing I might do is write them a letter with your current H1B and say, you guys are wrong. I don't have to leave. I'm still in status, and just keep proof of that. It's not going to save the day, but it's at least you documenting their mistake.
Okay.
Pretty technical stuff, pretty complicated, MJ. I wish you luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Have a good day.
Have a safe flight. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, I forgot I got to get on the plane. There's still literally nobody here. Like one person has gone through security since the show started. Now the sun's coming up. I don't know what in the hell is going on. As Nassar said, my school messed it up for me back in 2014. Yeah, that was probably an F1 school, but she's working for a school district, and they really don't know what they're talking about because they don't deal with that stuff hardly at all. Most public schools deal with U.S. citizens or green card holders who have the ability to work. They don't have to worry about H-1B sponsorship, but it sounds like she might live in a remote kind of an area, which is why they were probably willing to do it. But man, it's shaky. Ahmed is here. Hello, Ahmed.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Jim. How are you?
I'm good. Your phone's a little warbly. What's up?
Okay. Good morning. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I'm a Canadian, and I'm here 4 years already. And then we applied for to change my status for 485, and then I got denied in last month, in the 13th of February. I got denied, and the reason is they didn't take my. I was my ex-wife. I divorced her back in Egypt, but they didn't consider that because they said I was not living in Egypt at that time. I went to visit and I divorced her there, but they didn't consider that. So now they send me a letter for denying, and now they want me to leave the country. So what's your advice for that?
You mean you divorced her by saying I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, or you got an actual divorce from Egypt?
I divorced in Egypt, yes.
You went to court and got a divorce, or you did it the way I said?
Because you see, we married in like in a mosque.
You're not answering my question, Ahmed. Ahmed, I need you to answer my question. Did you go to court in Egypt and get a divorce, or did you just say I divorce you 3 times?
In the mosque, not in the court, the mosque.
So you didn't record it with the government, and you weren't there when it happened.
It's recorded with the government there, but it's more like it's an official paper from Egypt.
Okay, well, that's what you say. Let's take a look. So, visa reciprocity table.
Yeah.
Okay, so for divorce certificates, it says it's supposed to be issued by the Mazoon, the Ministry of Justice. Do you have a divorce decree issued by the Mazoon? It says the Arabic only version fades from orange to green to orange. The bilingual Arabic and English certificate fades from brown to red to brown. The divorce certificate contains an eagle stamp at the top. That's what you have? Is that what you have?
Okay, I want to tell you that she is a Canadian. Okay, we are
Dude,
both
answer my
Canadian.
question.
Yeah.
Ahmed, is that the document that you have?
Which one? Okay, I'm
The
sorry.
divorce?
I
The
haven't trouble
divorce?
hearing you. I'm
It's
sorry.
because
I
your
have trouble
phone
hearing you.
sucks. Your
Yeah.
phone sucks. Call me back on a different phone.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
I don't know what that audio is the worst. He kept fighting me. I don't know. Maybe he couldn't hear me. Michelson says, Graylaw said, I don't know who Graylaw is, said all these mass deportations are just a spectacle from the current administration. Is it true? Well, they're going to try it, my brother. They're trying it. Ed is here. Hello, Ed. Ed, you're on mute. Ed, go ahead. All right, people. If your audio doesn't work, if you aren't ready when I get to you, I'm moving on. I don't have a lot of time. Let's talk to the Wild. Hello, the Wild.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How is it out there?
Nice. It's pretty.
Okay, Jim, I got a couple of questions, but I'll be real quick. The first one is I have a co-sponsor that's actually the mom of my U.S. citizen spouse.
Okay.
So in completing the form, the options provided there as a
brother,
sponsor.
brother, I'm sorry. There's a rule we have on the show. Do you know what the rule is? We don't talk about the affidavit of support because it's so boring and because I don't handle those. If you have a general question about it, might be able to answer it, but I haven't done an I-864 in years, and I'm glad because that's why I own a law firm, so I don't have to do affidavit of support. So I don't know what to tell you other than, do you live together with the mother-in-law or does she live separately?
She lives separately. It's just that the option of son-in-law is not there in the form.
Yeah, so it's the relation. Yeah, so just don't worry about that. Is that all you wanted to know?
No, okay. Let me move to the next one.
Okay.
So the U.S. citizen spouse, in her previous taxes, she had a sister that was serving a sentence. So she took custody of the kids. They were handed over to her. So in her previous taxes, she filed them as sons rather than so that to me seems a misrepresentation because she doesn't have kids of her own.
Yeah. Did she do her own taxes?
Yes, I believe so. I'm not so sure actually.
So I don't do taxes, but she should have listed them just as dependents and and explained it to the IRS. I think you might need to go talk to a CPA and see about filing an amended tax return, because I agree with you, that looks shady. And especially because you have some forms to the IRS saying I have these sons, and then you have forms for USCIS that says she has no sons. So that could be a problem.
So could she obtain some like an affidavit and and then include documents where the kids were handed over to her?
That's not what I said. What I said is she needs to go to a CPA and file another tax return. She probably doesn't want to do that because it might, I don't think it would, but it might impact her tax return that she got. So my answer is not to send an affidavit and try to explain this away. My answer is go clean up the tax return that has the wrong information on it.
Okay. All right. Next question. Is there a limit? Is there like a limit to the number of photographs that can be sent in as supporting evidence?
1 million photographs. No, I mean, just I would say there'd be a rule of reasonableness. What I would generally like is 20 to 25 8 by 11 pages with 2 pictures on each, with a description under each one, with a broad disparity in what the pictures show. Like not just 25 pictures of the two of you, but like with other people and in different places, all that stuff.
Okay, thank you. Next question. So when obtaining affidavits from friends, consent, showing their support and, justification that the marriage is real, is there a certain number that is permissible?
There's no set number. I don't know how I don't know how compelling USCIS finds those, but I would do like 3 or 4 or 5.
Okay. Then the last question, if I have like some additional documents or evidence, can I just mail that to USCIS?
You mean later?
Yes.
I would just hold on to it because you're probably going to get an interview.
Okay. Okay. That's all, Jim. Thank you so, so much.
Good luck, brother. See you, man. All right, all right. Esther, if you turn off your camera, I'll pull you up. I'm looking at the Estar. Are you there? Turn off your. There you go. Up. Now he's totally gone. He turned off his mic and his camera. I'll come back. Maria, hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. So, Jim, I came to the show already and I spoke to you as well. But but
You're
married.
breaking up. You're breaking up a little bit, Maria.
Okay, how about
Nope.
no? It's not better.
That's a little better. Go ahead.
Okay. So my husband is in Brazil, is with the I-601A approved, and he went for his interview on August 1st. I don't know if you remember that story. I'm an American citizen. I have 2 boys. We're all Americans, and we've been married for 20 years, and he's in Brazil. So he had his I-130 approved in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
I-212 in 2020, and I-601A in April of 2024.
Okay.
August 1st, he went to Brazil for his interview with the embassy at Rio de Janeiro.
Sure.
And his case was in administrative processing, additional administrative processing for all these 8 months, which
Okay.
by their websites it says that it's 60 days. So I've been following up with them every month, and even I contacted congressmen, and one of the congressmen actually asked us to write a rebuttal letter that they could send on our behalf, which they did. So after that, which was just this week, we received an email from Rio saying that the administrative processing is complete, and for him to go to a second interview, and also for him to do new medical exams.
Great.
So
Great.
we booked the interview for May 5th, and is going to do the exams. So my question is, what's your advice? And if we should take all the documents that he took for his first interview, if he should take for this one as well?
Yes, he should. What happened at the first interview? And do you have any idea why they put him in administrative processing?
So no, we don't know. In the beginning, when they sent an email, they said our records indicate that you have committed a felony. However, that never happened. So we had our attorney back then, because now she's not our attorney anymore, but back then, 8 months ago, she reached out saying, please let us know what your system shows about my client having a felony, because he has not, neither in the US nor in any other part of the world. So they never came back to us about that. They just, every month I kept following up, and they just said it's in administrative processing.
Okay. But
yeah.
do you remember anything that did your husband say anything about the interview itself?
Yes. So the interview didn't take, it did not even take 5 minutes. They just asked him if he was married and how long, and if he had kids. It was just something very small, and the officer told him, okay, your visa has been approved, and you will hear from us in 3 to 4 weeks.
So I know it's been hard being separated from him for the last 8 months, but I would say you've done a fantastic job, Maria. It sounds like you're really close. I'm happy for you. What question do you have for me?
Any advice on the interview?
No, I think it'll be just as fast, and hopefully it's just him picking up his visa and his passport. I think you guys are done.
Okay, thank God. Yes,
Inshallah, God willing, yes.
How about when he comes here? In customs.
I mean,
any advice?
Well, that's a good question. So Did you ever have the sense whether they thought the felony was in the United States or outside the United States?
No, they never said anything. I think they were just trying to fish us somehow because that never happened. I don't know. It was a mistake from them.
Did your lawyer, at any point in all this, has your lawyer ever done a FBI fingerprint background check?
He did not. No.
Okay, you might think about doing an FBI fingerprint background check. You could send the card to your husband, have him do his fingerprints, and then send them to the FBI and ask them for a background check and just check the results that come back and see. They're actually pretty quick, and then you could see if there's anything in there that might have been what they were thinking about when they asked. Does that make sense?
Okay, so
It might be overkill. It might be overkill, but it might make him feel better when he's coming through customs.
So FBI fingerprint background check. So
Yep.
means that he needs to do fingerprints there.
Well, I think, yeah, he would have somebody fingerprint him there, and then he'd ship it back to you, and then you'd send it to the FBI. It's all informal. Like, nobody has to really believe it all, but it's still, it's going to be useful to do, and it's not that expensive.
Okay. Well, he did the police and the criminal background.
Hmm.
And
So
then,
you could just go with that, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Very
But
good.
that wouldn't show American stuff.
I know. Yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want you to do, the FBI.
Yes. Yes.
But
Okay.
like I said, it might be overkill. I think you're in good shape.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you for all your.
All right, you're going to let us know after May 5th?
Yes, I will. I will let you know for.
Thanks, Maria. Have a great day.
Bye. You too.
Bye. See ya. Oh, that was a good call. All right. Hopefully he gets his visa. All right, there's two more people here. This place is heating up. The TSA line has had one person go through since 7:15. One person. S-Star got his camera off, his mic on. Hello.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound good.
Thank you for letting me, ask you, question.
Sure, of course.
I got my green card in 2022, and the issue date is September 9, 2021. So, when should I apply for citizenship?
You mean they gave you the wrong date on your green card?
No, it's nothing wrong. I'm just saying, this is based on asylum, and the issue date is September 9, 2021.
So June 9th, 2026.
June 9, 2026.
Yeah, but give it a couple
Okay.
days. So I would say July 1st, 2026.
Okay. And one more short question.
Sure.
Getting out of here. Is it good to apply in California, or is it best to apply in somewhat like a red state in South Carolina, where I live right now?
Oh, I don't spend much time worrying about that. I think you could get the nicest officer in the worst office, or you could get the meanest officer in the best office. So I don't play that game very much. I think it's still federal. It's all federal.
I understand. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job.
Bye, buddy. See ya.
I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yep, for sure. Rawlings is here. Hello, Rawlings.
Hello, Jim. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, finally got on the show after a while. So, I have a question. I have a couple of questions concerning my how I got into the US. I got in here as a B1, B2, and I changed status to F1, and I'm currently in OPT F1, and I just filed for H1B using my company. I started the company last year, and I filed H1B, and I got selected. So the company got selected to file for me. So, and I have an EB2 NIW, which is still pending. So my question is it possible for my company that I co-own with somebody, a citizen, to file for me for H1B?
So for any H-1B, the major inquiries is the job of specialty occupation. So what's the occupation that you listed on your H-1B lottery submission?
So it's healthcare manager and operations manager.
Okay. Are there people in America that do the job? Well, let me ask you this. Does that position require a specific degree?
Yeah, it requires healthcare administration masters with a public health masters.
Okay, that's very specific. That's good. Are there people generally who do that job that don't have that degree?
Well, I think so. There are people who do that job but not having the dual qualifications as mentioned by the job.
Right. So that's one way they might try to beat you up. But I think our bigger issue here is the one that you're asking about. Is the company, what year did the company start?
Started last year.
And last year could be December or last year could be January. So how long ago?
July.
And is the company earning any revenue?
So the company started earning revenue this year, in February of this year.
And is the revenue enough to pay the prevailing wage that the H-1B would require?
Absolutely, yes.
Would there be any money left over?
Sure.
There would be?
Yeah.
And are there any employees other than you?
Yeah, we have employees and we're also planning to hire more.
How many employees do you have?
So currently we have 4 employees and we're planning on hiring more up to 10 employees.
I think it's an interesting case. It's going to be tough. I think you might need some help building up. The whole question is going to be whether the company has the resources to pay the prevailing wage and whether, the job is a specialty occupation. But I think the newness, the lack of a long history for the company is the biggest part.
Okay.
So I'd say approvable, but hard.
All right. I just wanted to, while I wait for my EB2NIW.
It's great. Congratulations on getting picked. Yeah, we submitted 11 H-1Bs and 3 got picked, and I think we did really well. And for you to get picked with all these extra submissions that everybody's filing, I think that's really great. If you want our help or you want to talk to Andrew, who does all our H-1Bs, just let me know.
Okay. I spoke to one of your representatives the last time, and he said that my company cannot file for me, so that's why I got this. I kind of got discouraged, but I just said let me try, and I just put it in, and I got selected.
Well, that's the easy part. I mean, whatever anybody from my office told you is probably still true, which is it's a really tough thing to self-petition for an H-1B on a startup company. Not impossible, but it's going to be tough.
Okay.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye, Rawlings. All right, let's talk to Island Gal. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Good. My question, are you good too?
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Okay. This is the situation. My friend is a non-documented Brit from the 90s, and she had a B2 visa in her passport, but she came in with visa waiver. And she's been here since, and last year she filed for LARIF, but it was denied.
She filed for what? Did she file for?
The Liberian amnesty, but it was denied. And she's thinking, because of everything going on, she's thinking of applying for an E2 visa because her country is a treaty country.
Yeah, but she's out of status.
Right.
You can't change your status if you're out of status.
Well, they said there's the waiver that Biden updated last year, the D3, that Jose Vargas, the prominent journalist, used that for his situation, but he did it late December. He went because of the updated D3 waiver. He could go to Mexico, get approved, and come back in with the E2 visa with an old. But his was the old one, but he used the updated D3 that Biden let happen.
Okay, so what's the question?
Well, she wants to know that should she try that now with everything that's going on, or just wait this administration out and then consider that?
My answer is hell no. Anything that would involve this person leaving the United States with this administration on a really tenuous case, I think there's no way.
But the thing, okay, just so you know why she's thinking this, just like the other lady said, she got you have to leave in 33 days letter last year with the denial, with the LARIF denial.
So she didn't do it.
Right.
She didn't do that. So she's in the same position that plan's not going to work. And I think the chances of her actually getting any kind of status based on the facts presented are about 1%. So I think the second part of your question, which was, should she do nothing? I think that should be a thing that you think about. I don't know that this is ever going to work.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, you got to be real careful about raising your hand right now. And I mean, she did raise her hand, and they know she's here, but she doesn't really have a path forward. I don't think the D3 is going to work. All right, Batman's here. Hello, Bruce Wayne.
Hello, Jim.
Oh, how you doing? That's not Bruce Wayne. I knew who that is.
You know.
What are you doing? Are you playing guitar?
No, well, it's in here. It's back on the bed. I've just got loaded up for heading home for the rest of the weekend.
When are you coming to St. Louis?
Down in Texas. Huh?
When are you coming to St. Louis?
Oh, as soon as that green card shows up there.
Oh, it hasn't come yet?
No, it's been 2 months now since it was approved. And I'm a worrier, you know that. So I'm just wondering, how worried should I be?
What does the portal say? Does it say, it doesn't say anything about the card being produced?
Nope. It just says the same, just like it did when it was approved.
Who's your paralegal?
Costanza.
Did you ask her to do a check with USCIS? Say, where the hell's where is our green card?
Well, she said, I talked to her, I think it was last week or the week before, and she told us to just wait a couple more weeks, you know.
I think 2 months is enough waiting. I would at least try to make a service request or see what's up. I'll send her a Slack as soon as we're done.
Okay. I have one more question.
Yeah.
One more question. When we're on the stream here, we just leave leave the cam off as soon as we get on. Just turn it off.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we can go wave first. I don't.
Yeah. That's what I do. I get in there before everybody, and I just turn off the camera and the mic. Yep.
Okay. So when when I have the cam off, and let's say I'm in my underwear and I go to the back of the truck to make coffee, you can't see me?
No, I don't see anything. No. If your camera's off, I can't see you. No, that's right. I gotcha. Yeah.
I was just about as worried about that as I was the green card.
Hilarious.
No, it is.
I said hi.
We are worrying. It's like, golly,
They're just slow. They're just slow. And I know it doesn't feel like this. Relatively, your case went sort of fast. I know it probably doesn't feel like that.
No, it did. I know.
Yeah. So you're good. Just chill. I'll send Connie a note.
Okay.
See you, brother.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, bud. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We'll wrap up tomorrow. We'll be doing a show at 4 p.m. Central, I think. Don't hold me to it. Your best answer is to text the word show 314-470-3300. And when we go live, tomorrow is Eid, but I'll be sitting at the airport, so I will do a show. Eid Mubarak, everybody, and have a great Saturday and Sunday. Good weekend for the rest of you. I'll see you on the next show. Bye, guys. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are